I'm really happy to announce the next session now. The headline is Cabinet-Free Machines, Connectivity Solutions for Fast and Process-Safe IP65 Installations. And I'm particularly happy to now welcome on stage another technology leader out of our area here, just a little bit more than an hour away from here, because all this will be brought to us by Roland van Mark from BECKHOFF, together with Lennart Koch, Global Product Manager of the HARTING Technology Group. Welcome on stage.
Hi,
thank you very much. Looking forward for cabinet-free machine installation. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. Well, I think, Lennart, you got a couple of minutes time.
Yeah, we will see you later.
Yes, I will do a little introduction and we continue. Well, welcome and many thanks for joining this broadcast here from HARTING. It's a pleasure for me to be here as a representative from BECKHOFF Automation. And if we talk about BECKHOFF, we talk about a global active company, like Ian said, located in Fair, which is about an hour away from where I'm right now. A global player in the field of PC-based automation. The figures are actually from this year with one exception. Sales, 1.18 billion is the number of 2021. But we expect to grow also last year over 20%. So a global player in the field of automation, and the heart of our technology is what we call PC-based. Now, PC-based automation means that we participate on the development of industrial PC technology. So the performance increase on CPU markets from Intel or AMD and others is something we utilize in our portfolio. Very early, we understood that using a computer chip gives us the most powerful CPU platform for automation. And that's where our portfolio actually comes around. So we have the industrial PC and the panel, which you see on the left side here. And then BECKHOFF offers a wide range of I/O modules, so input-output modules where you can connect your sensors, your actuators, or your drives in all kinds of variants. We are expert in motor and drive technology because a machine needs to have motion. So the BECKHOFF portfolio also offers that. And last but not least, we take a unique piece of software, which we call TwinCAD, the Windows and Control Automation Technology software. And with this software, with industrial PCs and their own motor modules, we actually have a unique package to automate your machine. Now, myself, I'm here today representing our PC business. Industrial PCs is something BECKHOFF does for over 35 years. A standalone PC, like you see on the left side, or something which we call an embedded PC, which actually snaps on the DIN rail and has our own modules right attached to it. So working with BECKHOFF, we can offer you a unique and also wide range of different PC technologies. And don't worry, this is not a presentation of our entire product portfolio, which you can see here partly on the screen. I just want to tell you that there's a huge expertise at BECKHOFF for industrial PCs and control panels and embedded PCs. And we use this expertise to offer you as a customer the best solution for PC power in the industry, basically. PC power inside your cabinets, PC power inside your machine, wherever you need PC power. Now, let's take a look into some of the particular expertise we can offer for your automation needs. And this is number one, actually, our motherboard technology. I'm really proud that BECKHOFF offers for over 35 years now also self-developed and also self-produced mainboards. Every single computer you can get from us has a BECKHOFF self-designed and produced motherboard. And now why do we do that? Because this is the heart of our automation portfolio. And at the end, it's the heart of your machine. So if we understand the mainboard, we understand the whole automation. A motherboard is a complex unit. Many hundreds of components are stuffed to it. It has to work under severe circumstances. There's heat, humidity, vibrations, EMC circumstances around your machine. So the motherboard has to withstand a lot of things. And again, I'm proud that we have this core competence in-house. But on top of that, we of course also take care about peripheral components, interface cards, maybe battery packs and other things. We are one of the world leaders for multi-touch control panels, which you can use to operate your machine. And everything needs to be packed to also have a wide range of components and competences in the mechanical design of housings. On top of that, we talk about communication. So if you run your application in your machine, you need to communicate, something we talk about today. So how do we communicate between one part of the machine and the others? Or like here with CP-Link 4, how do we communicate between the PC and the panel? And BECKHOFF has strong expertise in this field, and we offer you, of course, very unique products in this range. Everything we do has to be long time available because that's what you expect. So be sure that even industrial PCs from BECKHOFF are available for 5 years, 10 years, or even longer in the same design, with the same function, the same footprint. And last but not least, we want to understand applications and customize our products. So if you have specific needs, we can adapt our product to your needs. Now, this expertise is also valid for products in the range of IP65 or IP67. So we also offer what we call, let's say, easy watertight products. And if you take a look into our portfolio, you will easily understand that there is a wide range of products available in the range. Now, what we call the EP boxes, for example, these are input-output modules, watertight, with, in this case, circular connectors, and they incorporate all kinds of functions. So you as a customer can connect every sensor you have more or less to one of these EP boxes. And if you look carefully to the screen, you can see them in thermoplastic robust design, but also in a stainless steel design and other cases and materials. And then you see what we call the CP32. This is an industrial PC, completely watertight packed, and if I would open the rear cover, you would actually already see HARTING connectors integrated into the device. So we already there need HARTING push-pull connectors to communicate with Ethernet into the machine world. We also are strong in the market of IP65 panels. That's the top right picture, we call CP39. So we take display technology, multi-touch technology, and pack this into a watertight design. We even utilize robust aluminum material, which we machine to make sure that this product has a perfect finish, but also perfect quality. We can even pack this in stainless steel if you require. So we have a wide range of panels and panel PCs in the stainless steel market. And then on the bottom, two very unique products. One we call the AMP. AMP actually is a decentral motor starter system, also completely watertight packed, where you actually come in with one centralized control, and then you can branch out to multiple motors in the field. So motor performance control right attached to the field. And last but not least, explainer. This is our moving tile system, which you might have seen before. So with the explainer, actually, we are able to rotate and float material seamlessly without any touch to the base around a machine. Now, why do I put all these pictures out there? Started with the motherboard expertise, the communication, the long-time availability, and our expertise in this range here of I/O modules and panels. Well, there is a huge portfolio of products, but we never had a pure IP65 industrial PC in the past. And I think exactly because of that product, I was invited today to HARTING's Industrial Ethernet Week, because with this one here, the C7015, we launched already last year, for the first time, a standalone IP65 industrial IPC. Now this is, please allow me, a really cool product. Let's do some feature bashing to begin with. Now, it has the size of, let's say, a medium-sized book. So suitable maybe for 1 week holiday to go through this book. That's the style of product. But if you look into the inside, it's amazing what kind of CPU performance and power we can incorporate in this device. I'm talking about a fanless IPC. I'm talking about a PC with a dual or a quad-core CPU, which offers you a huge CPU performance for applications. It has multiple interfaces. It has storage media integrated, 24-volt power supply, already 3 times gigabit Ethernet. So this little baby here is a full-blown industrial PC which can do automation tasks, communication, IoT, data logging. If you like, put it on your desk and send your email with it. Not the most preferred application, but also possible for that, because it's an industrial PC. And if you carefully look to the top connector here, we even have a very unique feature, and that's something which we call EtherCAT-P. Now, EtherCAT is the communication network we are using to communicate fast Ethernet through the machine, a global standard developed by BECKHOFF almost 20 years ago. And with EtherCAT-P now, we combine power into the EtherCAT line. It sounds very simple. Technically, it was a real challenge, but it's solved and approved and standardized. And basically, just with a typical cable, we can now incorporate the EtherCAT communication plus 24 volt. In this case, we use our own M8 connector, which is standardized exactly for this kind of communication, so our self-development. But with this connector, now, the C7015 PC offers a big range of applications. Let's take a look to this very simple picture. We have the PC in the beginning, the CPU power right in your machine, and now with EtherCAT P, a master EtherCAT master, you can simply branch out from one module to the other. A couple of modules are seen here on the chart, but trust me, there are hundreds of different modules, as you have hundreds of different sensors, motors, drives, input and output modules to connect. If you want to do condition monitoring, you can measure accelerations, you can have, of course, digital inputs and outputs and analog outputs, you can do measurement technology, you can even measure pressure with this device. So the C7015, together with EtherCAT P, brings into the machine the complete portfolio of automation possibilities. But with the other Ethernet ports, for example, 3 times gigabit Ethernet, yeah, we also have a display port attached. We have USB ports integrated. With these elements, actually, it is more than just the machine controller. It is also a perfect gateway. So if you maybe want to utilize this on your existing machine for communication, you can just attach this watertight PC into your machine. There's always a small niche for this little PC. And then you have the CP power of the panel and the PC right on your machine. Of course, you can put this into an existing, maybe BECKHOFF machine. You might have an old machine which you need to hook up to the network, but maybe you have any other kind of control. There's so many control manufacturers in the world. So just stay in your automation portfolio and take the C7015 as a communication gateway into the cloud, into your company network, wherever you need the CPU power. And having this said, I think it's a really unique situation that our C7015 IPC can combine both worlds, the typical automation, but also IoT and communication. Now let's take, again, a particular look into the device, and that's why I got this big picture here behind me. Now, if you carefully look, you see on the top with the red button, this is the EtherCAT P connector. But just below that, we have a power connector for the 24-volt supply. And then we have 3 times gigabit Ethernet, which you can use for communication, but also for other Ethernet or EtherCAT automation. On the bottom, just barely to see, we have a display port, a mini display port, because then this is not just a controller, it can also be your HMI PC. And on top, we have 2 USB ports. And by purpose, we decided to use the HARTING push-pull connectors for that, because then we have a standardized interface, we have a huge range of cables available, but still you as a customer have always the chance to take also your standard cable maybe for your first operation or your startup. I think this is really a wonderful situation. If your engineers pull out the PC from the box, you just plug in an Ethernet cable, plug in 24 volt, and the PC is ready to go. And this was one reason why we decided to use standardized HARTING push-pull connectors, and we even incorporate them into our device. We launched the product a little over a year ago, and we are really pleased by the success. And that's why we decided to use the push-pull connectors for the Ethernet terminations also in a brand new product family, which we call the MX system. MX actually takes all the input and outputs, all the drives and all the communication you have, and put them into compact watertight modules, which you plug on a backplane. And right on the top left at the beginning, you will also see again the HARTING push-pull connectors, which we use for Ethernet communication in case you need to go into your company network or to other devices. So long story short, we have the expertise of the IPCs with our C7015 product. We have the expertise in long-time availability, in machine controls and everything else. But we needed to find a partner also for our IP65 connector technology in the rectangular matter. And if you particularly take a look here, you can see that we were even able to incorporate the outer shape of the push-pull connectors right into our housing design. So the die-casted cover incorporates already the mechanical locking function of the push-pull connector, and the RJ45 connectors, the mini display port, the power, or the USB ports are on the BECKHOFF self-made mainboard. And with this design, we can then just carefully integrate the motherboard into the housing. We put everything together, we do functional tests, and basically within a heartbeat, we have the watertight IP65 connector. Now, let's take a look into, or a closer look actually, into the connectors itself. And I would like to move over to Lennart from HARTING.
Yeah.
Because like I said before, we utilize the expertise of the push-pull connectors into our device, and these both things together make it a unique product. So what is the story behind the push-pull connectors?
Yeah, the story behind the push-pull connectors is that the push-pull is an excellent choice for any application where you need a fast, reliable, and quick assembly of the connection. So we are very happy to provide our connector family to your IPC to provide best support for your customers in the field by connecting these IP65 device.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the basic features are shown here. You have the push-pull interface, and just to see how easy it is, you take just the push-pull, lock it into the device, and then the secure connection is established.
Yeah, this is also, I think, a benefit also for us, because with this easy termination technology, you can just stack them close side by side. So from my point of view, it's also a very space-saving design.
That's right. Due to the same panel cutout and due to the small housing, we are able to have a big packing density. Mm-hmm. This is a compact arrangement of the interfaces. And yeah, if you connect all the different connectors, you have always the same look and feel. So it's very easy for a customer to understand how push-pull is or has to be used, because the push-pull technology simplifies your life. The plugging and unplugging is very easy because you don't need any turning or twisting. So it's very easy for the user to become familiar with this kind of connector in a fast way. And then the customer and the user can use the push-pull connector safely and effectively. Yeah, and the big advantage is a high usability of this push-pull connector. So you have this click sound when the connector comes into the right position. And the sound gives feedback that the position is now reached and a secure connection is established. And the customer or the user itself get a kind of a good and reliable feedback that it is a secure and good connection. And there is this click sound appreciated from customers. We have a little unlocking ring on the backside of the connector. It's integrated. It's kind of a locking system. So with this nice yellow security clip, you can unlock the push-pull mechanism. So it's now not possible to de-lock. You have to turn it. So this is a good prevention of, avoid unwanted operation. Good. Yeah, what else do we have with push-pull? So as you mentioned, the push-pull system is more or less based on standardized Ethernet, USB, mini DisplayPort connectors. So we can see this in detail here. So we have RJ45, we have USB, we have mini DisplayPort, and as you can see, they are all in the same housing. So it's very easy for a customer to use this standardized interfaces on their PCB. As you already mentioned, you just take your PCB and test and develop your electronic on the PCB. You can connect it with standard IP20 connectors. And when the design phase is finished, you can easily add on the push-pull interface on this board only by snapping the right push-pull interface. And here you are. Your IP65 interface is now ready, and you can use the same PCB without any redesign. So it's a reliable development phase, and after that, it's very easy to make the transition from the prototype to the serious production.
Okay. I think I can add on in this case that with the thermoplastic housing, this is a push-pull integration we used for one of the panel PCs already. And now, today, with a new product, we actually do the integration into the housing. So we at BECKHOFF actually utilize both systems you have, the direct integration of the frame, but also, like you shown before, with the plastic housing.
Yeah, that's right. So HARTING is offering a complete assortment of push-pull connectors. So the story always begins inside the device. So inside the device, there's always a PCB. So you have to start on the PCB with the right PCB jack. And then you go out of the device with the right panel feed-through or the right compact housing into the field. And in the field, we are offering field installable connectors. So these connectors can be installed by customers without special tools, or we have over-molded cable assemblies available. This is very easy for customer to use these cables because they are 100% tested by HARTING, so they are error-free and no risks occur in the production. I want to focus once again on the panel feed-through, how it is done to come out of the device. So first of all, if you have a PCB, it's very easy to use your push-pull housings. But we have other solutions as well. If you have a small cabinet, for example, or you have bigger devices where the PCB is not nearly located to the panel, we have panel cutouts, and rectangular panel cutouts can be equipped with a panel feed-through. And this is shown here. This is the device panel wall, and you have the IP20 area on the left-hand side and the IP65 on the right-hand side. And inside the device, you can just use your IP20 patch cords to connect the signal. And at the outside, you are using your waterproof push-pull connectors. And that's very easy to bring the interface into your device. Yeah, I think we got every point for the push-pull. But last but not least, I don't want to miss you to show the new design or the new innovation made by HARTING. So push-pull is a long story because this is an invention by HARTING many, many years ago. And yeah, the story is to be continued. And the latest product innovation is the mini push-pull. The mini push-pull is miniaturized data connector, and this is a data connector made for miniaturized interfaces like the iX Industrial. And once again, a standard interface is integrated into the push-pull housing. And if you want to reduce the size of interfaces in your device, it is not just by reducing the mating phase, you also have to reduce the IP65 housing. And that is exactly what we did. We take the existing push-pull variant 4 with RJ45 and it reduced the size by 30%, and the mini push-pull with iX is now available. Later on, we will include in this product also the T1 single pair Ethernet interface. So the mini push-pull is dedicated for all miniaturized interfaces. But even if it's a small housing, it's the same robustness available as for the big connectors. So we have the high vibration and shock resistance. It's waterproof design. You can use it in dusty and humid areas as well. So this is a really clever and small guy, full Cat6a performance, stable strain relief, and yeah, made for your application. Yeah, I think this was a brief overview of HARTING push-pull connector together with the application shown from BECKHOFF. Yeah, thank you, and I hope I was able to explain why the push-pull connectors are good for use in cabinet-free automation systems and drives. Yeah, thank you for your attention.
And maybe I can comment to this. I'm really happy to see that also in the field of the push-pull connectors, there's further development going on. Well, for us as BECKHOFF, I mean, it's our core competence to provide you the PC power on the machine. And if we can do this step with this IP65 high-performing PC and the interface from HARTING, we know that this is important for your automation tasks. But it's also wonderful to see that the PC power develops, the connectivity utilities develop on, and everything actually is done here more or less in the neighborhood. So being responsible for automation, like HARTING does or BECKHOFF does, it's a good combination of these companies in Germany. So thanks for joining, and I think I can welcome Gillian back on stage for the next topic. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So 2 product managers on stage and perfectly in time.
Yes.
So this is, I like to work with professionals. Thank you guys,
thank
thank
you.
you very
Welcome.
much. I think that was very interesting and a very interesting topic, because by bringing Ethernet communication to the edge in the field, we will talk about the decentralization much more in the future. It's all about partnerships at the end also. And I think that was now a perfect example also in like pushing partnerships and bringing value to the customers in the field to solve their challenges by working as partners together.